that name quite a bit. 21, Chloe Collin, 2, Jenna Chateau, 10, Katie Firth, the coach's daughter, and the youngster, Ayla Corrigal. This young lady is outstanding. She's going to have some wow moments, so just watch out.
This is great.
And then for Bond, that's Megan Jassy, Sierra Ramratan, Kimora Stafford starting. 5 is Anaya Lawrence. And who am I missing out there as well? Number 3, Kalia Goss. So there's your starters. Chris McKee with Haley Hopkinson doing the play-by-play. And this one, I said, these two teams evenly matched. To me, this is a 3 or 4 point ball game.
Mm-hmm.
That's there's Corrigal, the youngster, off the mark. And Chloe Collin, no. So again, any issues with sound, of course, hit me up on Twitter at Mr. McKee or on my Instagram, undrafted_FA. Any issues with sound or names or whatever it may be. Any shout outs to where you're listening from. And there's Chloe. Gets things started off 1-0. Orangeville Prep. So, of course, this is the inaugural season for the Orangeville women's program. They were supposed to start in 2020, and then the world caved in for a couple of years. And so the program got pushed back. And so this is the inaugural season.
No, already in the semifinals. How great is that?
Well, Coach Greg Firth, Nicolette Stewart, they've done an outstanding job. There's Jassy, one of the all-stars. Stafford. And, as the shot clock expired, Kimora Stafford. 2-2. 9:05 to go, opening quarter. So Bond pressing. Corrigal. No-look bounce pass. Extra pass, Chateau. No. So the thing with Orangeville, I've called them all season, the focus always is every team wants to shut down number 22, McMaster.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's if they can have success doing that, the other ladies got to chip in. Well, the problem is they usually have 1 or 2 others that can do it.
Yeah.
So it's pick your poison. One of them will get you. Corrigal, I've said this a dozen times during the OSBA, or the Orangeville broadcast. I believe within 2 years, Ayla Corrigal could be the best player in the OSBA.
That's amazing.
McMaster misses on her first go, and Sierra Ramratan back the other way. 2-2, good start. Don't see nerves on either team yet.
No, that was a big factor in the first game. That it definitely took a while for the nerves to set in, but maybe it's just because it was the first game opening up the whole weekend, but these girls look ready.
And a travel, Stafford, after that nice jump shot. So when I did the game against Jay Addison, I called Bond at Jay Addison's gym. I believe it was Kimora Stafford. She fouled out in the first half. So I was chatting with her head coach a couple weeks before, saying, can we keep track of the fouls and stuff? He was just joking with me. So, because obviously they're going to need her, in this game. McMaster and a travel. Come on. Cam gives a wry look to the ref, saying, you're kidding me. Either way is what it is. 7:53 to go. We're tied at 2. Opening quarter here in Scarborough, Ontario. Pan Am Center. Semifinal number 2. Winner takes on the number 1 seed, Jay Addison, on Sunday. Oh, and just a miscommunication. Ball bounced out of bounds. That was Anaya Lawrence. I was a decent pass from Anaya. I think Stafford was looking for a cut pass and just rolled out of bounds.
Bond setting this press early. I do like that. I like the presses early. It really sets the tone for the whole game.
McMaster, the follow, awesome. Cameron McMaster. Cam's a young lady that's from Calgary, Alberta, just moved to Orangeville this past season in search of better hoops. And nicely done. That's Anaya Lawrence back the other way. Tied at 4. 7:09 to go, opening quarter. Corrigal. Pink sneakers. Always love those shoes she rocks. And Katie Firth, ball rolls out of bounds. That's one of those look, we've just seen that 2 teams. Hey, this is one of those games where you dive for balls.
Yeah.
Get down and get it. Don't be staring at it.
Right, especially you don't want that ball to roll because these outlines have been a massive factor in these games.
Jassy. Ooh. Megan Jassy. So Jassy goes 6'3", and she's every bit of it. You know, I just walked past her in the warm-up, and she towers over me. I'm 6 foot, and she's way bigger than me. So Jassy, an OSBA All-Star.
Definitely a threat to Orangeville. The last time they played, she got 33 points.
Is it real? Wow.
Yep. So if I'm Orangeville, that's who I'm looking to shut down first.
Well, it's going to be a good battle between McMaster and Jassy,
Oh,
the
yeah.
2 centers. And Megan converts both, 6-4. So the home team today is considered Bond. So they, on point differential, they're the higher seed. So they're the 2. Orangeville the 3. They both had identical records, 12-4. Oh, that's Fiona Madigan, all the way from North Bay, straight off the bench. And Goss, no good. Bouncing around, and Jassy tips it out. It's going to be Orangeville ball. So Fiona Madigan just came in. She's just a grade 10, 15 years old with the turquoise sneakers. I love Fiona. She's one of my favorite players. She's an absolute buzzsaw. In junior play a couple weeks ago, she had 42 points in a game, including 11 threes.
Wow.
She's she's great defensively.
11 threes.
Such a spark off the bench. 1 3 already. There's another youngster. That's Ayla Corrigal. So Orangeville 9-6. So all the Orangeville parents, they're sick of me talking about this stuff because they hear me every week. But for the OSBA broadcasts, I got material on these ladies. Floater Ramratan, second time's a charm. No. Fiona, she's feeling it. Why not? No. Back the other way, Bond. Ooh, could have been a travel. Jassy. Short. You know, I don't think Cam needed to do that because he could have just rolled out, but hey, worked out all right. Corrigal. Orangeville moving around. 9 on the shot clock. Madigan to McMaster. Backs down Jassy and then fouled. Well, nicely done from McMaster. Attack Jassy, you know, force her to get in foul trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So I did get my Tim Hortons, thankfully. So Chateau takes a quick breather. We're going to see Avery Miller in a moment for the first time. So Avery, you'll notice big leg brace on her. Avery out injured a good portion of the season, played the first month or so, and the goal was, can we get her back for playoffs? So she did play 1 or 2 games last week, looked really good. I mean, her knee was fine. It was her hands that were a little rusty. But the knee looked good, knock on wood, and she's a big-time player. McMaster off the mark on the second one. 10-6, 5-minute mark opening quarter. Oh, no double dribble or palming there. Jassy gets it back. And it's Anaya Fletcher, no. And McMaster going to get called with a foul. And that's Kimora Stafford. Stafford, 2024. Born in 2005. And there's Avery Miller into the game for McMaster. So this is, you know, every game I've called with the Orangeville ladies, they're always wearing the white jerseys. So it's refreshing to see the black jerseys because it's much easier to read the numbers.
Yes.
So. No, Stafford. Long and lean, plays a lot taller than her 5'11", 6 foot. 10-7. Opening quarter. Get it over, Chloe. She recognizes this Time was ticking. Madigan, why not? Oh, and it has that block by Stafford. So Fiona a little bit too deliberate on that 3 attempt. She got to be quicker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bond is looking like speed is going to be one of their biggest strengths in this game.
You can almost see Coach Greg Firth with Megan Jassy on the bench for Bond. He's like, well, let's give McMaster a breather.
Mm-hmm.
And an errant pass, stepped out of bounds, still going to be Orangeville ball. So substitution. That's Ramratan back in, 0-0. And Jassy back in as well. Corrigal. Notice she had the center on her blue by, and then Stafford, what a block. And again, you know, first game we talked about it, refs consistent, you know, a little physical there,
Yeah.
still no foul. I'm cool with it.
Mm-hmm.
Shot clock at 3, so Orangeville's got to hurry. Chloe's got to recognize, get it up, Chloe. She does. Oh my goodness, Chloe Collin from deep. 13-7. Oh my goodness, Chloe Collin from deep. Lit it up.
Right.
So she can get hot. And the response, Sierra Ramratan.
Answered back.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Right?
13-10, 3:45 to go, opening quarter. Orangeville prep in the black jerseys, Bond and Corrigal a little too hot for Madigan, miscommunication. And substitutions, so we're gonna see Demea Woodward for the first time, number 4, and then Jenna Chateau, number 2. Jenna recently announced her commitment to St. Mary's University out in Halifax, so she's gonna be a Husky. From quite the athletic family. Mom played basketball at York. Had a chat with her last week in the gym. Her father, Ray, is the athletic director for Humber College.
Awesome.
Jassy. Oh. And possession arrow is going to favor Bonds. So McMaster back in for Miller. $13 on the shot clock. Plenty of time for Bond to do what they got. So Bond Academy in Scarborough, for those unfamiliar. So a home game for them. And it's Kayla Sewell, number 7, misses on her first go. Ramratan, no. And Colin. Katie Firth. Spin move up and under from Katie, no. Bond back the other way. 2:45 to go, opening quarter. Oh, good, we got the clock finally on there, so.
Oh, awesome.
I don't have to remind you of the time as much anymore, thankfully. First game, we didn't have that clock, so that's kind of why I was doing the time. So I don't have to do it as much, good. More time for me to talk about me, which is really important.
Which is why everyone's listening right now. Basketball? No.
The Chris McKee show. Let's go.
I hope we see a good amount of more threes in this game. We didn't see a ton in the first game.
No, Orangeville, they could shoot, so.
That's amazing. Yeah, and from the looks of it, Bond can too. It's going to be great.
Firth, get it over Chloe. They're making me nervous. McMaster back out there, wide open from Chateau. Rims out. Anaya Lawrence up to Ramratan. She's been really active. Speaking of active, Gamora Stafford, the hot hand for Bond to start 13-12. Oh, stolen. Oh, they're calling off. Oh, I don't know about that. Lawrence gives the ref a look. So Orangeville catches a break. Corrigal back in for Woodward. So one thing you'll notice about Orangeville, I talk about it during every broadcast, they are one of the better conditioned teams you'll see. the fourth quarter, these ladies don't get tired. Now you see Coach Firth pretty active with the substitutions, gets them in and out, and they go deep so they can all run. They go, how many they got on the bench there? Another 5 or 6, so they go 10 deep.
That's great. But then you also take a look at Bond, and they've got a big bench as well.
So Jenna Chateau for 3 for Orangeville. Push the lead to 16-12. When everyone else starts getting involved, watch out for Orangeville. So Chateau, I talked about this. Once she made her commitment about 2-3 weeks ago, she's been playing with so much more freedom.
Yeah.
Because that monkey off your back.
Pressure on you.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's really stressful. And yeah, and same thing with Chloe. Once Chloe committed to PEI, it was just like, cool, I've got freedom. I can do what I want to do. Just go play.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see it. You don't have to play a perfect game anymore because you already know, Ayla, what are you doing? So mental error from the youngster. But she'll be fine. She had a tough first half last week and then came out in the second half possessed. And so she'll settle down. Number 22 is Abigail Tiverge. She's just come in for Bond. Lawrence. Nice little kiss off the glass to Nia Lawrence. 16-14. Back and forth we go. Corrigal's handle is as good as you'll find in this league. Firth and McMaster, no, and she's fouled.
Awesome.
Cam just uses that for Cam goes about 6'2". So Cam's already got an offer from North Dakota. That'll heat up as well over the next year. She's got plenty of U Sports interest as well. But I know she does have eyes on going to the U.S.
I mean, who doesn't want to right now? It's the women's NCAA is just, I would say it's more popular than the men's right now.
Plus, you can get out of this hole that Canada's becoming.
Yep.
Yeah, I said it.
OSBA is the best thing about Canada.
Well, it is, yeah. It's just aside from that. 17-14. Last minute to go, opening quarter. Evenly contested game. Both teams look up for it. Stafford definitely looks up for it. That's Goss, lost the handle, but hey, it fell right to Kimura Stafford. And she says, thank you.
She's been fantastic with those little shots there.
Orangeville's got to start getting physical with her. Give her a little...
Yeah. Well, yeah, she's just standing there like...
wide open.
Yeah.
Cora Gale. And she's fouled. So Ayla to the free throw line. So Ayla was a BioSteel Futures player last season. She didn't join Orangeville till a couple months into the season. She was still with her high school team. And probably the first 2 months of the season, she wasn't with Orangeville. But what an addition she's been. Like I said, I love this girl's game. And such a bright future. Tivers back the other way. Ooh.
That was a great pass, though.
Great look, and Nia Fletcher just, she was thinking basket before she caught it.
Yeah. 18.8
to go, opening quarter. And 16 on the shot clock. So Orangeville might get a heave. If you're Bond, you want to work it down as low as you can to not allow a good look for Orangeville to close out the quarter. So if you're messaging on the YouTube stream, we can't see it. So you can talk all the junk you want about us. We won't be able to see it till later on. Jassy from deep. No. 5, 4. Cora Gale, will she recognize? Puts it up from 3. No, it's short. I think she was looking for a foul call, but it didn't come. So, and then Cora Gale slips on the side. You know what? They're not used to all these extra banners and stuff there. These girls aren't used to that. It's not there in usual games. So at the end of one quarter, Orangeville 18, Bond 16, evenly contested. Thoughts on the first quarter, Haley?
I mean, I think it's going well so far. I think that McMaster and Jazzy it's just going to be a great matchup this whole game. And I like that we're going to see a lot more rotation. Like in the first game, they didn't have large benches at all, but we've got multiple players on the bench for both of these teams. And like you were saying, like Orangeville is good at like staying competitive the whole game because they're not gassed out because they rotate. And it looks like Bond is kind of like following with their rotation schedule as well. So I think this is going to be a really high-scoring game, and I think it's going to be a physical game.
I said I still think this is going to be a 3 or 4 point game. It's going to come down to the end. Of course,
Yeah.
Don't forget, you guys want to keep track of all the stats. You can download the Swish app and search Ontario basketball. Stay up to date on all your live stats. I'm going to have to do that maybe at halftime.
Yes, well, I'm on it right now. It's awesome. We can already see that McMaster's got 4 points. Chloe Collin, 5 points. Check both the teams.
So you're going to keep us up to date on that all game day.
Yeah.
Because you got it already. Good. And of course, don't forget, give a follow to the OSBA on Instagram and Twitter, Ontario SBA. We've got our sideline reporter, Reagan, here today. So at the end of every half and every game, she's going to have some interviews with different coaches and players, and we'll be posting that on the Ontario SBA Instagram. I follow them, just stay up to date on everything that's going on, especially come this time of year. You want to know, one, all the commitments, who are the OSBA All-Stars, and all the championship viewing as well. Chris McKee with Haley Hopkinson here doing the play-by-play all day long. We're here till about 9 o'clock tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, coming up next is the other, they call it a push-off? Oh, it's on 3. That's on Goss. I was looking at Jassy. I'm like, Megan didn't do anything. So that was on Kalia Goss. So Orangeville, good job of working out of that press. Colin. So Chloe just turned 18 a couple weeks ago. McMaster just turned 17 this past week. I thought Cam was a lot older. I was surprised when I saw her mom on my Instagram say, oh, happy 17th. I was like, geez. Uh-oh, miscommunication stolen by Goss. Back the other way, easy lay-in. Kalia Goss, tie ball game. Chateau already got 1-3, and she's fouled by Ramratan. Well, Jenna previously played at Lincoln Prep and at Redmond. Mentioned headed out to the AUS to play for St. Mary's. We got Papa John's pizza. Good. Normally they get that pizza nonsense. Hopefully they got some vegetarian. I'm one of the annoying vegetarians, and so hopefully they got some kind of option for us. I did bring some food with me. I went to Farm Boy yesterday and picked up a couple things to throw in my bag because usually not much to eat. Well, they got a decent little restaurant in there, and you get some decent meals in that.
Nice. Is that also booster juice?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Might have to get one of those.
This is awesome.
Well, back to it. Orangeville out in front by a couple. And we got Janessa Flewelling into the game for the first time, number 5. Janessa, a senior. We had seniors night up at Orangeville a couple weeks ago. It was nice. Shaylin Santo was also just out there briefly, and she's back to the bench, another one of the seniors. Bond will inbound. Plenty of time for Lawrence to regroup. Anaya Lawrence, pump fake. Oh, lovely. Anaya Lawrence, she had 3 Orangeville defenders all over. Still gets it done. And Corrigal, reckless pass. Ayla's got to settle down a little here. Jassy, no. The McMaster comes away with it. Paulin, no. And nice job of Stafford to box out first. You know, you don't see that too often here at the high school level. Great job by Kimura. That's how it's done. Sewell. Lawrence, and yeah, she's slipping and sliding. Now she's moonwalking like Michael Jackson, and the ref finally called it. Colin. Chateau. Take it, Chloe. Ah, she had the look, didn't want it. Firth. In and out. Corrigal. Orangeville getting second and third cracks at it, but Goss rips that away. Lawrence smothered by two Orangeville defenders. And the possession arrow is going to favor Orangeville, so good stuff from McMaster. And Cam showing some emotion.
Yeah, Nia Lawrence going to the bench now. She does have 6 points already, though, leading Bond.
Firth to Colin. Chloe's already got that big three as the shot clock was expiring.
Oh, good catch there.
Corrigal. Step back. Absolutely delicious.
Oh.
Ayla Corrigal. Are they calling a 3 or 2? It was pretty clear. It is a 3.
Awesome.
I told you, Corrigal, you know, with the youngster, you get absolute brilliance like that. And then some of the other stuff, we said a couple of reckless passes. So that's the Ayla Corrigal you want to see more often. McMaster gets into it. Back-to-back threes all the way from Calgary. 26-20. McMaster gets into it. Back-to-back threes all the way from Calgary.
It's got to be dangerous there.
Stolen. And that's over and back. No!
Ooh.
They're calling a foul on Chateau. Jenna not feeling that, and I'm with her. No. The ref recalled it. Hey, well done. You never see a ref say, I got that wrong.
A good guy.
If only my ex-wife could do the same thing. Admit she was on it. We'd still be married. So Avery Miller back into the game. Chateau. There's Madigan back out there as well. Corrigal just undressing the Bond defenders. But shot doesn't fall. Stafford again, big rebound. Well, Stafford's got to be approaching double figures in rebounds soon. Lawrence spin move. Oh, that was sweet. Ania Lawrence left-handed lay-in. Good response from Bond after the two big threes by Orangeville. 4-point ball game. Just under the 6-minute mark. First floater, no. So there's a gym, a fitness center, but to the right of your screen in the glass. And it's quite distracting looking over. And
yeah, they had their blinds closed.
Yeah, they should close it, yeah. Do you know who Joey Swole is?
No.
He's big on like Twitter and TikTok. He's this monster workout guy, and he calls people out for doing stupid stuff at the gym.
Really?
And so go check out Joey Swole on TikTok or Instagram, Twitter. Pushed ahead, Madigan. Fiona, nice lay-in. And so now a timeout, 28-22. Orangeville so deep.
Cameron McMaster already has 5 rebounds this game and 7 points. Now she's leading Orangeville Prep and Bond Academy as well. Or sorry, Ania Lawrence. 8 points so far this game.
So Ania the hot hand for Bond. 28-22, good one. The crowd starting to fill in. Obviously, the later games, the Crestwood one tonight, I would imagine we'd be closer to a packed house because a lot of people at work, a lot of people still at school.
Yeah.
Unlike us bums that get to hang out here and call
yeah.
basketball. Are you still in? Is school still going for you?
Oh, yeah.
When's your finals and stuff?
That's so weird. I just had one because some classes don't run as long. But I'd wrap up in May.
All right. Plenty of school left.
Mm-hmm.
Any other sports things you got coming up?
No. No, not yet.
I just signed a contract. Actually, I didn't sign. I just got sent the contract. I'm going to be doing some League One soccer.
Ooh.
So that's the step below the Canadian Premier. I've done Canadian Premier League games, but
that's amazing.
I'm going to be doing some League One this summer, which is good, both men's and women's game.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Of course, OSBA action. Give the OSBA a follow. Ontario SBA. They got to get more active on the Twitter. They used to be really good on the Twitter. They're amazing on the Instagram. You got to get more lively on the Twitter, updating this stuff.
You should take it over.
No, I got my own Twitter.
You already hear
on my
OSBA.
own, yeah.
Hire him.
I always post some highlights from the games on Twitter.
Mm.
Try to do that. Try to get some interviews after the game in between. I just interviewed some of the Jay Addison ones, so I kind of left it alone.
Mm-hmm.
So, depending on the winner here, see what we can do. Tiver's back out there. Lawrence, she's been the hot hand for Bond. Not there. Fletcher now. Nope. And off the mark.
Oh.
Well, there's Anaya Lawrence again. So I talked about Avery Miller hands. That's been the one thing that's not there. Just kind of fumbled with that one. Madigan into McMaster. Or sorry, that's Katie Firth. And the coach's daughter gets the roll. Katie Firth, nicely done. 6-point lead, Orangeville Prep. Tivers from deep, no. Chloe Collin back the other way. And Chloe off the glass doesn't fall. She had Stafford on her, and I think that was just in the back of her mind. We've got Ryan Gallagher out there for the first time, number 4 as well. There's Gallagher now. Has her pocket picked by Corrigal. The 2 Orangeville youngsters just surrounded her. I would say Madigan is just an absolute buzzsaw. She's that pest that just, anyone who plays against her can't stand her because she's all over them, but her teammates love her.
Right.
So she's one of my broadcast buddies because, we do Orangeville games. Sometimes there's men's games and then off nights, and so I'll have some of the dudes help me out, call the girls' games, and some of the girls come in the booth.
Oh, that's fun.
So I've had Fiona come in, do 2 games with me.
That's awesome.
We had Shaylin Santo help me out. Talia Todd, who's over on the bench, injured. Ooh, a push-off by Lawrence. There's that defense from Madigan.
Yeah.
So a big shout-out to Fiona's family all the way up in North Bay. I know they're always tuned in watching. And Mom at Sturgeon Falls at school probably watching. At the end of the day, her mom's the principal. Shatso, someone help her. And a push in the back. Is that 2 quick fouls on Lawrence? So that's a good break for Orangeville. That's 2 quick ones, so she'll probably have to need a breather now. 3:26 to go. And we're in the bonus, the next one for Orangeville. It is, yeah. It's already, I thought so. It's on the scoreboard. You see the 2 Bs. So Cam will shoot free throws. Cam's been a part of Team Alberta in the past. I always love, she does her ghost handshakes in between after every one. She's consistent with it. One of 2 for McMaster.
Still leading the score sheet for Orangeville.
Madigan all over Ramratan. Sewell. Spin move. Kayla Sewell, lovely. Gets the favorable roll. Nicely done from Kayla. So Kayla's been an injection off the bench from Bond. She's been really good. And I saw what Chloe wanted. She had the mismatch on size because Ramertan, the small guard, was in the paint, but she still got a finger on it. And now Anaya Fletcher back the other way. 3-point ball game. Bond chipping away. And reckless pass from Madigan. Get back on D. Jassy the other way. Ooh. And Avery Miller fouls her. Megan Jassy will shoot free throws. Well, if you missed the pregame, Megan named an OSBA All-Star. It's time out on the floor. Orangeville with 2:33 to go. So I think Coach First sees his ladies look a little gassed, out of sorts. Just kind of wants to give them a little breather. So where's the DJ with the tunes? Let's go.
Here he is.
It's not loud enough. It's got to rock. They got to hear it on Morningside Avenue. I can't even hear. What song is it?
Sounds like a girl.
Yeah. Who's the DJ in here? I got to get a word with this DJ.
Right?
Well, yeah. I was a
Put
DJ.
the DJ thing right here.
And let me spin tunes. Yeah. I was a DJ in a past lifetime.
Hey.
I played all over North America.
Really?
Yeah, I don't normally out myself, but I was DJ Raw with no W, DJ RA, like the Egyptian sun god.
Okay.
So I used to play at raves, and so the raves go on all night. So what the Egyptians believed is that Ra, who was the sun god, every night when the sun would set, Ra would go into the underground and battle the demons.
Hey.
And if he was victorious, the sun would rise in the morning. Well, the sun comes up every morning, right? And so that means Ra wins every night. So I heard that, I'm like, that's my DJ name.
It's awesome.
And it's funny, there's like two buddies I know from like 25 years ago that still will call me DJ. Hey, DJ Ra. Whereas no one else calls me that. Although now that I just said it on the broadcast.
You better call him that from now on.
DJ Ra coming out of retirement. Yeah. Jassy hits the first. 2-point ball game.
Right now, she only has 3 points, and I think the game is going to change a little bit when she does start to get going.
Well, Orangeville's done a good job of keeping bodies on her, but the other ladies on Bond chipping in. There's Jassy hitting free throws. That's what you want. You know your bigs are going to get fouls to the line.
Yeah.
Megan's done a good job of hitting free throws. Megan previously with Scarborough Prep, so very familiar with this gym. Corrigal back out there. Collin. Firth. Shot clock at 4. 3. It hits rim. Rebound Jassy. Kalia Goss. Ball in her hands. Stafford. Slashes to the hoop and it drops. Kimora Stafford. And now Bond back in front. 1-point lead. 32-31. 1:54 to go. Opening half. Corrigal floater. No. And Jassy comes away with it. Bond back the other way. And Collin got a hand on that and steals it for Orangeville. Firth. Katie up and under, and then Stafford again just all over. She's so good defensively. Jassy. And there's Lawrence. And then, oh my goodness, Collin's like, you're kidding me, and I'm with her. She got all ball. You know, Chloe's not one of those ones that's going to try to sell it.
Yeah.
She's as honest as it comes. And so when she's like, come on, you kind of got to believe her. She doesn't cry wolf too many times.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit of a crazy.
But hey, regardless, the refs have done an outstanding job here this afternoon. So, so far, so good.
Mm-hmm. Anaya Lawrence right now is leading Bond with 10 points.
So we got some Usher in the background. Did you catch the Super Bowl halftime show?
I liked it.
I enjoyed it. It was good.
A lot of people, but to me, like, it was like the longest one apparently, but I thought it felt super short.
Yeah, it's quick. It's like,
I don't know. People hate on everything these days.
Look, was it the best halftime show I've ever seen? No.
No.
Was it good?
What was
Entertaining?
your favorite one?
I'm going to go Prince.
Yeah.
So Prince, I mean, R.I.P. Prince. He, I think it was 2007 or 8, he's singing Purple Rain as a light mist of rain starts to fall in the stadium. And you're like, oh, this can't get more perfect.
That's my mom's favorite for sure. She's always talking about that.
And then, you go back years before the whole Justin Timberlake, Janet Jackson incident where, she kind of, some nudity during the broadcast, and that killed it. Because before then, they used to have all sorts, they'd have heavy metal bands, rappers, and they try to make it cookie cutter clean now. And that's why you see, like, Rihanna, The Weeknd.
Yeah, exactly.
The Weeknd was really good, too.
He was good. I really like the Snoop Dogg and 50 Cent and Eminem.
Dr.
I thought
Dre
that
and
one
all
was
that,
awesome.
yeah. By the way, probably the best concert I ever saw in my life, July 2000, the Up in Smoke tour. I got to see Dr. Dre, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube all on one stage, which it was the most amphitheater then. Now it's the Budweiser Gardens.
That's awesome.
And Lawrence converts. So 33-31 Bonds. So they've certainly taken over as we close down towards half. Orangeville on their heels, and Bond looks more lively. Orangeville directing traffic, pulls up, long two. No. DeMaya Woodward up there as well, number 4. Jassy, Kayla Sewell, and then good defense from Colin. And Fletcher, and one, Anaya Fletcher. So Bond opening up a little bit of a lead as we get to half.
Yeah, Anaya Fletcher's looking fantastic so far. Shorty has 8 rebounds.
Wow.
She's only gotten 2 points so far, but we'll see what happens with this free throw, but it's looking great. Sorry, 4 points now.
It's the other Anaya you're getting.
Yeah.
They're
both just so good.
I know. I tried the last game. You're like, I just go with Anaya, and then you say, yeah. So Orangeville, 30-second mark before half. Woodward, she can play as well. Cam, no. And Colin pushed it out. It's going to be Bond ball. So 5-point lead for the 2-seed Bond, 3-seed Orangeville. A spot in the OSBA Trillium Final against Jay Addison on the line. So Chris McKee with Haley Hopkinson. Ramratan. Lawrence. I would have liked to take that 3. No one on her. Goss, the kick out to Ramratan. No. Lawrence, another rebound.
Yep. Wow.
And hits the buzzer beater. Anaya Lawrence, and it's going to count. Huge bucket.
14 points for her so far. And I think she's just getting comfortable now. I think we'll see a lot more.
So Bond will go to the half with a 7-point lead. The wheels falling off for Orangeville in the second quarter. We're going to take a 10-minute break. Don't forget, go over to the Ontario SBA Instagram and Twitter. Check out our halftime interviews with Reagan, our sideline reporter. We're going to take a 10-minute break and back for the start of the second half. little slice of pizza to tie me over. Well, welcome back. Start of the second half. Women's OSBA Trillium semifinals. Chris McKee with Haley Hopkinson. So Bond withstood that a bit of an onslaught from Orangeville and then came back 7-point lead. Just your thoughts on the first half for both teams?
I think that the physicality could definitely be a little bit improved. Sometimes Orangeville is letting Bond just kind of sit under the basket, just kind of letting the milk go up. I think he may as well put it all on the line in the second half, especially. I think 3 points have been pretty good for Orangeville. They're 5 for 13 right now, and then Bond is looking at 1 for 7. And then from the free throw line, I think like we said in the previous game, those are easy points. Those are free points there. Right now, Bond is shooting 78% from there, and Orangeville shooting 67% from there.
So for my money, I think Orangeville's got to get Cameron McMaster involved.
Yeah.
Like she's your big dog. She's your alpha. Get her the ball. Let her try to heat up a little bit. A little simpler baskets. Now, obviously, Bond's going to focus and try to keep her shut down, especially with Megan Jassy and Kimora Stafford. But I still think they got to get Cam involved somehow, some way.
Mm-hmm.
And then a little bit, more careful with the ball. Some reckless passes. Value the ball like it's your baby.
Yeah.
So back to it. Start of the second half. Orangeville on the floor for them. Chloe Collin, Cameron McMaster, Ayla Corrigale, Katie Firth, and Jenna Chateau. For Bond, it's Kimora Stafford, Megan Jassy, Anaya Lawrence, who's been excellent. And she just, announcer's jinx, of course, just gives it away. Sierra Ramertan, and then Kalia Goss. That's who's on the floor. Back to it. It's do or die. Lose and you go home. Win and you play Sunday. And there's Katie Firth. Starts things off for Orangeville. Nicely done. Stafford.
Great ball movement there.
Oh.
Wow.
So
good shot.
She made that look easy.
Almost like backwards.
Off balance. Nicely done. Corrigale. She can dribble out of anything. Watch out.
Yeah.
Ayla. And went off the knee of somebody and back the other way. Goss to Stafford. They got to start fouling her. It's too easy.
Yeah. That transition is working beautifully. And if they keep that up, they might be able to run away with this.
McMaster. Corrigale. I just think Orangeville's not being physical enough, with these points in the paint. Let them know. Make them earn it. Collin, 3. Put it up. Chateau, 2-1. And it didn't hit rim. So Orangeville messing around with it. Again, playing hot potato. And that's indecision. Someone's got to, hey, give me the ball. I want it.
Because obviously it's stressful when you're down in a semifinals game, but you just got to play fearless, and it usually works out for you.
9-point lead, Bond. Goss from the corner. No. And again, you see the hustle.
Yeah. Chasing after her own rebound.
Look at that. Goss on the ground. It's Bond wants it more right now. So what a play by Kalia Goss. Oh, looks like the possession arrow, though, going to favor Orangeville, so they catch a break. But that's the kind of stuff it's going to take. You want to win this game.
Yeah.
Body on the line. Don't worry about the bruises. You got a couple days to heal before Sunday. Chateau. Firth. Shot clock at 5 for Chateau. And she's traveling. Yeah. She's out again. She's dancing like Michael Jackson. Or even Dre, that Tuesday slide, right? And again, Orangeville out of sorts, rushing to take a shot with, 1 second left on the shot clock.
I think they need to utilize transition a little bit more. Run up the score a little.
Jassy, Stafford, and nicely done by Chloe. No foul, but at least getting a little physical with Stafford, and she had to adjust the shot, didn't fall. And miscommunication, you know, that's tough. Llewellyn just came off the bench and not in the flow of things. So, of course, coming up next, we got Crestwood and Fort Erie.
Yep.
And then Capitol Courts and Royal Crown later on tonight. Jassy, no.
Lawrence with another rebound. She's definitely been a key player in this game.
So Anaya Lawrence torching Orangeville right now, up and under and off the glass.
Right now.
16 points she's on?
16 points and 5 rebounds.
Of course, don't forget, that's Haley's using the app that you guys can go download, stay up to date. It is the Swish app, excuse me.
You also get play-by-play on it. You see every possession on it, shot chart.
So can they hear us on it, or it's someone's typing the play-by-play? Let's see what the play-by-play says. No, it's just kind of what the shot clock was. Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Super helpful.
Download the app. Well, I'm going to do it in between. I was going to do it at half, but then I got to chat and I bumped into Steve, the Fort Erie coach, and we were chatting just as I went in the washroom. So his boys will be here tomorrow night going against the other Fort Erie team.
Yes.
Fort Erie versus Fort Erie. I still don't know the full matchups for tomorrow. Because I was so focused on the girls' games today.
I know, me too.
And I was like, we'll figure it out tomorrow.
They, I think the last games played were yesterday. So I think the matchups are set now. But yeah, they were only set yesterday.
Yeah, no, when I left my house last night at like 9:30, 10, there were still games going on.
Yeah,
so I still didn't know. So I had to prep for more games than I wanted to. Or more teams, anyway, about that. So back to it. Orangeville has got to settle down, value the basketball. Firth, Corrigal attacks, and then she's fouled. Stafford, she's just like a shark with smelling blood in the water.
Yeah.
When you drive, you just got to be aware she's there.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, I took during the halftime went up. I'm starting to see some American University coaches in the building out here scouting. Of course, a lot going to be here for Crestwood, but certainly checking out this game right now.
Yeah, and we can see Crestwood sitting here watching this game.
There's Corrigal. She's been a part of Team Ontario U15. And free throws off again. Oh, but Firth rips that away. But all for naught. Sewell. Tipped out. Goss walks the tightrope. Kept it in. Kayla Sewell. All bond right now. Orangeville out of sorts. Llewellyn. Madigan. And Fiona's fouled. So they've done a good job getting the line. Now they've got to hit the free throws.
Yeah.
So Fiona, quite the athlete as well. She won an OFSA gold medal in long jump.
Wow.
So Demea Woodward also ran track in the past, 100, 200 meters. Although once they get to this level, though, the other sports kind of go out the window, which is disappointing because I'm a big fan of two sports, playing multiple sports. I did all through high school.
Yeah.
Madigan won a 2. 46-34, 6:11 to go. Cameron McMaster back in for Orangeville. I've talked about up the top, that battle between her and Jassy. They've kind of neutralized each other. They've both been a little quiet.
A little quiet, yeah, for sure.
And Madigan steals it. Talked about that defense before. And the lay-in, Fiona Madigan, love it. That's a bit more like it from Orangeville Prep. And now Bond wants a timeout. 46-36, so back to 10 points. And it's the youth of Orangeville helping out the youngsters.
It's a great sign to see for the future of the team as well.
Talked about Orangeville's first year in existence. So keep in mind, just 1 year, and this is the team they put together.
Yeah, that's insanely impressive.
Obviously, the Orangeville men's team, one of the more storied programs in prep basketball in Canada. They set the standard. Keep in mind, Jamal Murray, the Denver Nuggets NBA champ out of Orangeville. Thon Maker, former NBA guy. Lugens Dort, currently with Oklahoma City. O'Shea Brissett was with the Celtics early. I'm assuming he's still there. Another former Raptor, Indiana Pacer. He's an Orangeville guy. Ignas Brazdeikis, who was drafted by the Knicks, played with the Knicks in Orlando, now playing in Europe, but he's getting paid huge. He's making over €1 million playing in Europe. And then, of course, just dozens upon dozens of guys scattered all over the NCAA. And that's the blueprint for where the women's program wants to go as well. So good start for year one. Back to it. So Fiona Madigan talked about that D. And now Woodward as well out there. So Orangeville going speed. And Corrigal tipped away. So they've got 4 of their fastest players out there. So it looks like they're trying to take it to Bond. Make them make mistakes. Lawrence weaving. Gosh, short. Oof. The 2 Orangeville players tipped it right to Stafford. Kimora Stafford lead back to 12. McMaster, she had Colin wide open, was just too slow to recognize. Lawrence has been the star of the game so far, and Megan Jassy off. Pushed ahead. Take the 3, Fiona. No. Woodward. And knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Bond ball. No, Avery Miller about to come back in. No. Goes first, puts her back. She went to the scores table. Ramratan. She's got a handle as well. Oof. And McMaster's going to get called with a foul. So Goss to Jassy, turnaround. No. Corrigal, oh my goodness, absolutely ridiculous. Oh, but it doesn't everything but the buckets. Possession arrow is going to favor Bond. So Corrigal just went through the legs, blew by the defender, and it just didn't fall for. Now Katie Firth back in for Chloe Collin. Ramratan. Oh, what a feed. And then Anaya Fletcher, perfectly set up by Bond. That was lovely basketball. This one getting away from Orangeville. 50-36, 14-point lead. Madigan, take it. No. And then good defense from Madigan as well. But it's still going to be Bond ball. You know, I talked about this earlier where, you know, Bond had a similar lead a couple weeks ago, but Orangeville fought back. So we need to see some of that. Hoping these Orangeville ladies have that in them.
Hopefully they get that going. Maybe before the 4th, get into a single digit.
Feed 22. It's feed 22. That's Ramratan wide open. No. Chloe, little baseline jumper, and it's in. Chloe Collin. 50-38. The other thing for Orangeville is don't panic. There's a lot of basketball left. Relax. You've come back before. You have the ladies that can score. Get on that ground. See, dive for the ball. That's the difference. Bond's diving for it. Orangeville isn't. But a travel call. Look, this is the OSBA playoffs. Put your body on the line.
Yeah. Because the finals aren't tomorrow. They're on Sunday. So any bumps or bruises, you can ice up and rest up before Sunday.
They got a cold tub up in Orangeville, so get the ladies in there when they head back tonight. Travel?
Oh.
Well, Orangeville just gives it right back after one travel, and there's the makeup call. 50-38. Ramerton. Stolen. Oh, stop.
Wow.
What are you talking about? And that's the ref that's behind the play that can't see it. The ref that's right here that had a great... Didn't call it. So... Yeah. Goss. No. And again, Cam didn't need to do that.
No.
It was an air ball. Could have went out of bounds. It's meant... Orangeville shooting themselves in the foot. Shot clock at 3-2. Ramertan recognizes. It hits rim. And Katie just telegraphed that pass. It was too easy. Everyone in the gym could see it was coming. 50-38. And Chateau. Substitution. Abigail Tivers back in. She's a 2025 from Mississauga. And that's, pushing the back as Katie Firth goes to ground. And so there's the makeup call. Orangeville. Ayla. You know, she had that one-on-one. I would have loved to see her just blow by that defender.
Yeah.
Oh, off Katie's face, but it goes right to Chateau. 5-4-3. Orangeville knows no. And Katie Firth fouled. She'll get to the free throw line. So Katie was part of the BioSteel Futures as well. She's just a 2025. Katie, you know, one of the smarter players I've seen in the OSB, obviously a coach's daughter.
Yeah.
And she lives up to that. You know, she understands the game better than most out there.
Orangeville right now is 9 for 16. Now make it 10 for 17.
Well, I got to get this out. That's
I know.
sweet.
I'm
like
seeing
that.
I'm seeing everything here. That's awesome.
And Firth hits them both big time. So lead just at 11.
So according to stats right now, Bond is outplaying, maybe outscoring Orangeville, besides in the 3 points. So I think Orangeville needs to play to their strengths right now. This is where they can pull ahead.
So McMaster called with that foul. How many is that on Cam?
Let's see.
So she's going to the bench. Fluelling back in.
Can't see that one.
I'm saying, I think it's at least 3.
Yeah.
Lawrence, pump fake. And it's a travel. Yes, good call. So lead back to 10 now. 50-40. Bond from Scarborough. Orangeville, of course, about 90 minutes north of Toronto. Depending on which way you're coming from. But it's on Highway 9, just east of Highway 10. And Firth's fouled again. Katie back to the line. This time it was Anaya Fletcher who gave her a bump. Oh, that's you. I almost stole your water. All right. I come with a bit of everything. I always go Gatorade, water, and coffee,
Oh,
especially when we're here all day,
Yep.
you know. So Haley and I calling all 4 games today.
yep.
And Firth hits both 8-point game. And so Madigan back in. She's been really good this second half defensively. And then she hit a couple threes as well. And nice save by Ramertan. Keeps it alive. Lawrence.
A little strong.
No. Rebound Madigan. She had Chateau wanting it way up. Didn't recognize. Jenna was wide open. Take it, Chloe. No. Firth. That's a tough matchup against Jassy, and Jassy just did enough to affect the shot. The 6'3" Megan Jassy. And turnover, just out of bounds. So Orangeville catches a break. 35 seconds left, third quarter. So Orangeville's done a good job of just chipping away a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, still anybody's game.
Give themselves a little hope going in the fourth quarter. One thing I don't like, I'm looking over the Orangeville bench. They're usually more engaged.
Yeah. Yeah.
Firth, no. Kalia Goss.
Wow.
To Sewell, Kayla Sewell. She's having an afternoon as well.
She is.
Lead back to 10. Oh, what a block, Kimora Stafford. Chateau looking for the foul, and she's talking to the ref, but no.
That's her second block of the game.
She's affected another 5 or 6 shots, though.
Yeah.
The stat's not as telling as it should be how good Stafford's defense is. Chloe, hot potato who wants it. And yeah, good call, Bond ball. 1.6 to go, so barring a miracle heave, I don't see Steph Curry. I don't see Sabrina Ionescu in the court. So it looks like we're going to go to the fourth with a 10-point. I love that NBA 3-point. Did you see it? The battle between her and Steph. It was great.
I thought it was awesome.
And you got to realize, it's a WNBA player, and it took the best dude in the league to beat her. Not an average NBA guy.
No, exactly.
The best dude in the league.
Yeah.
So that'll do it. After 3, Bond, 10-point lead. Orangeville out of sorts. They got to dig deep. They got to find something. They've done it in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see if they can. If you're Bond, hey, as you were. Anaya Lawrence has been great. Kimora Stafford all day. And so Megan Jassy, just as you were. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't change. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Well, Chris McKee with Haley Hopkinson. Do you have an Instagram that you send people to or anything?
Just Haley Hopkinson.
There you go.
Nice and simple.
I always steer people away from my Instagram. I was like, hit my basketball one. Don't go to my personal one. You don't want to see what I post on my personal one. So undrafted _ free agent. I'm always posting. I interview all the players over the past couple of years and post some highlights as well. I'll certainly be doing that here from OSBA weekends. Especially because after this, you got all summer to do it. And of course, the All-Canadian games coming up in a couple of weeks. Go get your tickets. It's not going to be down at U of T this year. It's going to be up at the Athlete Institute in Orangeville. Normally we do the futures games and the next ones and the dunk competition, which I do the commentating for. And then the main game the past couple of years has been down at U of T on TSN. It's going to be up in Orangeville this year. No U of T.
Wow.
There's the Fort Erie ladies walking into the gym to the right. All right, fourth quarter. Let's go Orangeville. I'm supposed to be impartial, but when
I
I've
gotta
been
go Bond then.
yeah, when I've been the play-by-play guy for Orangeville for 7 years, you kind of lean a little.
I got fresh eyes for both these
There
teams,
you
so let's go
go.
Bond.
We got to know a lot of the parents and friends and family from Orangeville. So Chloe off the glass, Chloe Collin, nicely done over top of Jassy. That wasn't easy. Goss. And good job by Cam. Just stood there, put her arms up. 2-on-1 break. Cora Gale to Firth, and she's fouled Katie. We talked about the coach. She knew exactly what she was doing. Just drew the contact, got herself to the line because she knows she's not going over top of Megan Jassy. And so just draw the contact.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be one of the biggest perks of being a coach's daughter, just the IQ you've built up over time.
How many's that on Jassy? She's got to be getting up there. Well, Katie at the line. How many times we said that over the past couple minutes? Oh, and a wrestling match. It's going to be Bond ball. Yeah. Courtesy of the possession arrow. Ramratan. Oh. Lovely behind the back. Lawrence. She's cooled off over the past couple minutes, but has been the go-to lady for Bond today. Someone's got to help her. Shot clock at 3-2-1, and it doesn't touch rim, so it'll be a turnover. So good D from Orangeville. So I went for my run today, even though it was minus, I don't know what the heck. So I always get the wind burn because the only part of my face, only part of my body's exposed is my face. So I went yesterday. Yesterday was crazy. When I went for my run, it was 12 degrees. So I dressed really light.
Yeah.
By the end of my run, it was -3. And I was freezing.
Yesterday was crazy weather. It's like 14 degrees.
Cameron McMaster, but yeah, it was like unbelievable. And then Cam tips that away. Should be Bond ball. So McMaster with the finger roll. But yeah, it was insane. Because normally I look at the app and go, okay, I can dress light today.
Yeah.
I don't think the temperature is going to change 15 degrees over the course of an hour, but it did.
Yeah.
Oh, nice block, McMaster. So Cam waking up here in the fourth quarter just when they need her. Chateau.
Well, when she's waking up, it looks like Jassy's about to come into the game.
Corrigal. No. Bounced around. Lawrence comes away with it. Anaya, Fletcher and Lawrence. Sewell has been really good this afternoon. Wide open, and it's going to be a foul on Katie. So if you want the live stats, don't forget, download the Swish app and search Ontario Basketball for all your live stats. And of course, drop a follow on the OSBA, Instagram, Twitter, Ontario SBA. Also, click subscribe, that red button on the YouTube. Stay up to date on all things OSBA. You know, they call it the Ontario Championships. It's really the national championships because whatever teams win here, I mean, there's no other team across the country that's beaten these teams.
Exactly, and people travel to come play here.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you can essentially crown yourselves national champ.
Yeah.
When you win here. Wow. Fletcher pushed the lead 52-46. You know, if you're Orangeville, you got to keep in mind, you're not going to score 8 points on one try. Just get your 2, get your 3 each time.
Yeah.
Get it over. Yeah.
That's great.
Collin. Underneath to Avery Miller, and it rolls. Nicely done, Avery.
Hey.
Madigan. What? How you not calling a foul on that? She fell. You got to be kidding me. So the girl fell over and lost the ball, and then Orangeville calls a foul against them.
Wow.
That's ridiculous. Well, it is what it is. The famous saying. Let's go. A lot of hoops left. 53-48. Goss. Lawrence with the shot clock winding down. 3-2-1. Stafford.
So close.
And it's still going to be Bond ball.
Stafford's already got 13 points as well. Her and Lawrence are leading the team with 13 and 16 points. They're just everywhere. Every time there's the ball, they're right there.
Jassy, turnaround, no. And McMaster got the rebound, went down hard. Cam looks all right, though. Cora Gale, they got to get her cooking. She can shoot from anywhere in the gym. McMaster, you can see they're double teaming her every time she gets it. Colin, no. Still Orangeville ball. So, for those unfamiliar, a couple of years ago, we had a TV show called Anyone's Game about Orangeville Preps, the men's program. But I was on CBC. It was like 6 episodes. You can go track. It's called Anyone's Game. I'm in 3 of the 6 episodes, so it's pretty cool. Well, my voice. You see flashes of me. Oh, through the legs. Woodward and Firth just couldn't connect. So on that team, we had 12 guys. All 12 of them played NCAA Division hoops.
Wow.
So you can go check it out on YouTube. It's a bunch of clips. Goss and
Wow.
Kalia Goss from 3. Big time. 56-48.
It's going to be 7 points for her.
Get it over. And a foul on Ramertan. Not a bad foul because if she gets through, normally you don't want to foul that far, but if Corrigan gets through, Orangeville's got a 3-on-1. So 6:16 to go. 8-point lead. Bond for the Scarborough School here in Scarborough. Woodward. Katie. Oh, gets the roll. Just old school hoops back down to defender. And the lead now just at 6.
Yeah.
Orangeville, keep chopping that wood. They're chipping away at it. Don't foul. Don't foul. Here we go. Yeah. And double dribble. We're seeing he bounced it out of bounds. So now Bond out of sorts. Maybe they want a timeout. Settle his ladies down. Coach letting them play through it. It's Coach Paul Weeks with assistant Asia Brown. Madigan. No. Took 2 steps. So Woodward in and out quick. You know, that rotation getting a lot smaller now for Orangeville as we get down to crunch time. Sewell. Great job of just staving off the defender. Kayla Sewell and 1.
Wow.
And she lets out the scream after. The defender, Kayla Sewell and 1.
Wow.
And she lets out the scream after. And it's ladies off the bench coming doing that. This kind of injection has been really good. She can push the lead to 9 if she converts this. Doesn't fall for. Firth again. Gets her own rebounds. And one, Katie Firth. Well, you can tell they've just figured, hey, we're going to feed Katie in the post. Yeah. And she's doing a great job. If she's not scoring, she's getting to the line.
Yeah.
So she can get the lead back to 5. You know, one thing that Bond didn't do well when Orangeville had that run in that game a couple weeks ago where they chipped away at that double-digit lead, they didn't respond well. When it started to get down to this, you could see their nerves got the better of them. So let's see how they react here. And Katie converts. Little gut check time for the Bond ladies.
Points for her.
Stafford, and a big D block, Cameron McMaster. So Cam showing up in the 4th just when you need her. Crowd filling up here at the Pan Am Center in Scarborough. OSBA women's semifinal. Chris McKee with Haley Hopkinson. Cam, shot clock at 5, 3, 2. Chloe goes up. And it was Chloe calling and one. Just as the shot clock at 5, 3, 2. Chloe goes up. And it was Chloe calling and one. You can feel the momentum shifting in favor of Orangeville Prep. Why are you subbing on the? Oh, yeah, because it's an N1, so she's got to come in. So Anaya Lawrence back in. They got to get her cooking again.
Yeah, they do.
Chloe converts. Mentioned Chloe headed to the University of PEI to continue her hoose. I call it Chloe of Green Gables. That's what I've been calling her the past couple of weeks, ever since she's committed to PEI. Orangeville pressing. 2-point ball game. Fletcher. You can just see the intensity on Orangeville's defense has picked up.
The pace has completely changed.
Stafford swish from the free throw line. Kimora Stafford. And now a foul on Ramratan.
It's going to be 15 points for Stafford.
So 4:14 left. I mean, you can cut the tension in the gym. You're starting to feel it right now. This is playoff hoops. Love it. You know, up in Orangeville, I do so many blowouts. And you're like, I just want a meaningful game.
Yeah.
And here we are. Nice to be joined by you, Haley. It's awesome. And Orangeville hits the first 3-point ball game. Both 2-point ball game. Ramratan from 3. Goss, the follow, Kalia Goss. Nobody boxing out on Orangeville. You can't let that player sneak in the back. What are you doing? Whoa. Okay, get it over. Corrigan, oh, no, stop. 8 seconds. Come on. You can't call it as she's dribbling right at the line.
Yeah.
You give the benefit of the doubt at that point. So Chloe would have been a mental error there. You got, again, value that basketball. That's the model. Somebody, you got to get that tattooed on you, like, on the back of your dribbling hands. Jassy, and then tough pass, and now Orangeville steals it. 3-on-2 break. Firth wants to go all the way. Katie is having a day. Katie Firth. Lead back to 2. 3:30 to go. Crunch time. Whoop. McMaster steals it. So now Bond needs a timeout. They're a little out of sorts. So Orangeville can take the entire lead in this possession. unthinkable. It was Lee was about 14 a couple minutes ago.
Yeah.
Firth, the bounce pass to McMaster, and it falls. We got a tie ball game at 62. Cameron McMaster. Ramertan pulls up from the free throw line. And a little kiss off the glass. Hey, I don't think she called it, but she'll take it.
Yep.
Bond responds. Sierra Ramertan. Over McMaster, and she's fouled. Good job, Cam.
She's already got 12 points so far.
Remember before the game, what did I tell you this game was going to, how close it was going to be? I said it's going to be a three-point ball. Here we go. I'm pretty good at this.
I believe you.
Pretty good at this. Yeah. So outside of this, I'm also, people don't know, I'm a United States Basketball Writers Association member. So I get to vote on the NCAA All-American teams, both the men and the women. So I might be the only Canadian voter, the one I'm aware of. So I got my ballot in the email yesterday. So I'm going to wait till this weekend's done and fill it out. And so I always vote for especially on the women's. My Canadians always, make sure they get that vote. And so I am an All-American voter.
That's fantastic.
I'll show you. I have my card. I can pull this out whenever, to get into games and stuff like that.
Wow.
So I get my USBA membership card.
That's
There you go. So I always get a joke. People are like, "What do you know? You call high school?" Well, I'm like, I'm an All-American voter as well. Yeah. don't mention it too much because it's high school, right? But I certainly try to show love for some of our former OSBA alumni. On the especially on the women's side, the men's I try to keep a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just what I see, whereas I show love more to the Canadians on the women's side. So what a game we got, 64-62. Back and forth we go. When we come back here, Cameron McMaster is going to shoot a couple free throws to try and tie the ball game. But hey, what about a little OT maybe?
That would be fun.
Wouldn't it? Yeah.
That would be fun. I wouldn't mind that.
McMaster, from Calgary, came here. She just said, I kind of got everything I wanted out of playing there. I wanted better competition. And this is why she got in that plane and moved here for moments like this. She can tie the ball game right here. 1 of 2 for Cam. Lawrence. Ramertan. Tiverge. Shot clock at 6. Lawrence nowhere to go. Ramertan 2-1. She recognizes, but it doesn't touch any rim. So good defense. I'm just looking into the eyes. I see these girls every week. They're feeling it. They're in a zone. They're up for it. And so loving it. 2:01 to go. Bond, 1-point lead. Coming up next, Crestwood Prep, #1 team in the country, to take on Fort Erie. Get it over. Another 8 seconds. That's twice Chloe's done that. You're doing the same thing over and over. So big time turnover. Good D by Bonds. Crestwood, the defending OSBA champs, undefeated regular season. And then went down to the U.S. and ran through most of the top programs all across the United States. You can make an argument that they're the #1 team in North America.
Yeah.
And a foul. Jassy goes to ground hard, but she's up quick. Megan, the OSBA All-Star. Let's see why. Sometimes girls, that kind of height, they don't have the athleticism. It's just a big body.
Yeah.
She's a good athlete.
Yeah.
She can move well.
100%.
You'll be seeing her playing university somewhere.
Totally.
Hits it. (65-63). Everything important. 2 for 2 from Jassy. Corrigal to Madigan. Corrigal, short jumper, swish, Ayla Corrigal. 66-65. Lawrence tracks that down. Stafford. Lawrence, no roll. Chloe rips it away. Back comes Orangeville, 3-on-1. Madigan, short jumper. Orangeville takes the lead. 67-66, courtesy of a little baseline jumper. Fiona Madigan, wow. 104 to go. Madigan, short jumper. Orangeville takes the lead. 67-66, courtesy of a little baseline. There, he's got Fiona Madigan, Ayla Corrigal. Trust me, Madigan, normally in points like this, she's not out. He's feeling it. She's feeling it tonight. He's putting the trust in her, and I love seeing it. And now a timeout on the floor, Bond. So Orangeville back from dead, lead by 1 with 1:04 to go. Dream big, as the sign says up there. Well, this is fun. You know, this is always one of the highlights of my year, getting to do the OSBA playoffs. Just walking in the gym with these athletes, it's a buzz. You know, it really is. It's a blessing. It's greatness. You know, I always show people, make fun of me. I say, oh, I do high school basketball play-by-play. And they think it's like their high school. Yeah. You know, where there's a, you know, the biggest guy's 6'3". I'm like, no. We have NBA guys. We have, you know, WNBA women, you know, All-American. We got Aaliyah Edwards used to come through this year, like, you know, All-American NCAA players. It's different.
It's like the same same reason why some people like watching college, because they think they care more and there's more passion than the NBA. Those people need to watch these games because these games are even better.
Absolutely. So, well, I'm a big college guy. I love college more than I watch NBA, but I was watching last night. Lakers, Clippers.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, this whole Bronny James getting drafted, stop.
I know,
He's averaging 5.7 points per game, 27% from 3, and comes off the bench.
I know, right? And then there's all these graphics. It's like, oh my gosh, look at this player. In his first year, he only had 2 points. Now he's in the NBA. Oh my God. It's not the same.
But he stayed 4 years. That's different.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
See, Bryce James is the real one.
Oh, the younger one? Is that what I think?
He's fantastic.
Sewell, speaking of fantastic, and then stolen. Corrigal, good D, and then Colin gets it. 52 to go. Orangeville, 1-point lead. Corrigal weaving, and she's fouled by Jassy. Is that 5 on Megan? She's got to be up there.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. So she must still be on 4. So Corrigal to the line. So I interviewed Ayla after the last game. I haven't posted the video yet. Once all this is done, I'll probably get it up next week. She's quite the character. I said in the first half, 2 years from now, I can make an argument this is going to be the best player in the OSBA right here. Jassy did foul out, so yeah. So that is 5 for Jassy. We knew she was getting up there. So Corrigal, this is a huge free throw because Orangeville can essentially protect that lead. No, shorts. 2-point ball game. Lawrence coast to coast. Wow. Anaya Lawrence ties it. No foul. Good job.
Yeah.
68 all. Corrigal, the kick out. McMaster for 3. No, Bond gets it. 20 seconds left.
Oh my God.
No timeouts. Are they going to call a time? Stolen!
Oh.
And a kick ball. It's got to be Orangeville ball. It's a kick ball. Oh, they're calling a foul on Sewell, a push. So Orangeville's going to have possession. They're going to go to the free throw line with 13.7 to go.
My God.
And Cameron McMaster can certainly put Orangeville in a good spot. Hey, there's still lots of time here.
She's 50% right now on free throws.
And now a timeout on the floor. So Greg Firth wants to set his ladies up to play the right D. They also got to, regardless of whether Cam makes one, do not foul. Make them make the shot. Don't put them on the line.
Yeah.
Now, in college, they would argue the other way. They'd say foul right away. So you have the last possession. But at this level, I don't know if I trust the girls to kind of get up and down the floor in 8-9 seconds and hit a three. 13 points. Hey, this is what we wanted. We wanted entertainment.
Yes.
To quote Russell Crowe in Gladiator, are you not entertained? Time we got. So yeah, things are going to push back a little bit because it's coming up on 5 o'clock. So the Fort Erie game, the Fort Erie Crestwood game pushed back a little. I think they gave him 15 minutes in between each game last time or something to warm up. So Chris McKee with Haley Hopkinson, 13.7 to go. Women's Trillium semifinal winner faces Jay Addison on Sunday afternoon. Orangeville, their superstar Cameron McMaster will shoot a couple free throws. No, or it's just an inbound? We're not in the bonus. There's the B. It says bonus. Either way, all right. So it's not free throws. Because we saw Cam going to the line earlier.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, don't run away from her. Come back to her. Chloe's saying, come to me. Well, looks like Corrigan will probably come grab this. Oh, almost stolen. And now Orangeville's, they got to recognize they got numbers. 7-6. Corrigan drives.
Oh my.
Underneath to Firth. It doesn't fall. Sewell rips it away. 1 second left. And we're going to overtime, folks. Don't go anywhere just yet. 68-68. Oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
I might not have a voice left for the next couple of games. It's, well, wow. Hey, don't go anywhere, folks. Go throw some popcorn in the microwave. And let's get back. We got 5 minutes of overtime coming. And it's been a good one. I need a sip of Gatorade here. I'm about the blue, the Glacier Freeze. That's my go-to. Sugar-free, of course. So what are we looking at? Let's get the stats out here. Who's our leaders at the end of regulation?
All right, end of regulation for Orangeville Prep. Got Katie Firth.
How many's Katie got?
She has got 15 points.
Wow.
And then if you take a look at rebounds here, it's going to be Cam McMaster with 8.
Nice.
And then over at Bond Academy, it is Anaya Lawrence still 18 points.
Wow.
Fantastic. And then Lawrence and Fletcher, they both have 7 rebounds as well.
Wow. How many Stafford got?
Stafford?
Because she was up there. She had about 12 or 13 last time we checked.
4.
She only got 4?
4 rebounds, yeah.
No, I'm talking points.
Oh, sorry, 15 points.
Yeah, I was going to say, she was about 13, 14 last time we checked.
Yeah.
So on the floor for Orangeville, again, the youngsters still out there. Fiona Madigan, Ayla Corrigal. And then the senior, Chloe Collin. And then you got the 2 juniors, Katie Firth and Cameron McMaster. I like this. This is like, in a boxing fight when they go to the corners for the ring, the first guy out, it's like that's the guy you want to pick. And so I love this. They're the first out of the timeout. So for Bond, you got Kimora Stafford, Kayla Sewell, who's been dynamite, Sierra Ramratan, Anaya Lawrence, and Anaya Fletcher, 5 and 6.
We see Crestwood and Fort Erie re-warming up because their game is going to be 5 minutes delayed now.
That's always challenging, it's because you can wear yourself out. And turnover. Good D. Bond just swallowed up Chloe Collin. Sewell. She had the shot, but instead to Stafford. And one. Kimora Stafford. She had the shot, but instead to Stafford. And one.
Wow.
She's a 2024 previously at Legacy Prep. Well, that's her at 17 now. This will be 18 if she hits it. Short. 2-point lead. 5 minutes of overtime. Vibe in the gym. Amazing. Oh, stolen. McMaster slipped. So 2 turnovers on back-to-back possessions, and Anaya Lawrence, easy lay-in. Orangeville out of sorts. Oh. And that was lucky because Cam was just going to ground. And she looks a little worse for wear after that. Cam looks gassed.
Yeah.
Looks a little winded. And it is a shooting foul now. Mention if you are chatting on the YouTube stream, we can't see it. So if you need us, hit me up on Twitter at Mr. McKee or undrafted_FA on Instagram. Take a quick check while Cam's shooting a free throw. Make sure nobody's hating on us yet. There's always one. And Cam converts. No, we're good. So 2-point ball game. Bond leads. Sewell. Fletcher, no. She gets her own rebounds. She gets a third try at it. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Anaya Fletcher. Oh, how's that not a foul? Yeah. Katie tripped up. 2 minutes for tripping on that. So I'll tell the story. There's literally 5 or 6 years ago, I was calling an Orangeville game, and they were running over this. I won't name the team. They were running over this team, and it was like a 60-point ball game. And I guess one of the dads on the opposing team didn't like my commentary because the kids were getting destroyed.
Yeah.
And so every year since then, I know his kid is like in his 4th year of college because they just did one of his games a couple weeks ago. He still shows up on the OSBA YouTube stream every year to talk junk about me. It's the same guy, because last year they went, hey, some guy's talking junk. And I said, is this his last name? And they go, yeah, how'd you know? I go, he does it every year. So I bet you on the YouTube stream, there's the same guy.
Yep. If you're listening right now, hi.
Get over it. Yeah. 3-point ball game, 74-71. And a travel.
Wow.
Firth to Corrigal. All these ladies have to be gassed by now because, they've been kind of sticking to this rotation here.
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind, Megan Jassy fouled out just before the end of regulation. We're in overtime. OSBA Women's Playoff. Katie Firth. No, finally misses. That's been her go-to all day. Sewell. Stolen by Colin. Can she keep it? And she does. What a play by Chloe. Madigan wisely holds up. Take it. Firth for 3. No. Tivers for 3. No good. Ripped away by Corrigal. Ayla. Spin. No, hey, she's mugged, yeah. How many fouls does Ramertan have? She's got to be up against it. This could be 5 on her. And it is. So there goes Ramertan.
Wow.
She's going to foul out.
That's been a great matchup this entire game.
So Bond getting into foul trouble with 2:29 to go in overtime. Overtime 1, I'm going to call this.
Right?
The way this is going. Well, Lawrence is gone. Did she foul out? Oh, wow. So Anaya Lawrence fouled out, so thanks to Anthony here. Corrigal hits it.
Well,
So
this could be trouble.
You know, when you watch the NCAA tournament, NBA, the play-by-play guys, they have a spotter, so they have someone behind them that hands them information. So Anthony becoming our spotter here.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
2-point ball game, 74-72 Bond. And hey, Jenna Chateau has been on that bench for a while. She's going to come in here. Looks like Madigan, the youngster, will have a quick breather. And Jenna, the senior, back in. So Bond, let's see. So it's Gallagher in now. She hasn't played a lot today. Cam, fade away, and it drops. Cameron McMaster ties the ball game at 74. So Gallagher hasn't played a lot today. We'll see if she can contribute. And a foul on McMaster. How many's that on Cam now? She's got to be up there.
Yeah.
Well, she's not walking to the bench, so.
Nope.
And so,
okay.
4 on Cam.
Not a great position. Still 2 minutes left.
Fletcher, the senior. No. Oh for 2. And bodies just flying everywhere.
Yeah.
Corrigal. Ayla and fouled Fletcher. I don't know about that. I think so. Orangeville just caught a break there. But again, hey, kudos to the refs. They've done a great job. Two for 2 both games so far. Yeah. Look, you're always going to have a caller here and there.
Yeah.
But I think they're going at about a 90% clip right now. So Corrigal just put Orangeville back in front by 1. Bond in foul trouble. 3 players fouled out. Orangeville, none. 2 for 2 from Corrigal. Sewell. They need her to step up now with some of these other ladies on the bench. Stafford as well. Kimura just lost a handle on it. No, they're calling. Yeah. Coach Greg Firth, we're thinking the same thing. And now a timeout on the floor, Bond. You know, with their bench thinned out, these timeouts key. Get those ladies quick breather. Orangeville Prep, the lead was what, 14 or so, maybe at least for Bond. And Orangeville, to use a wrestling term, showing that intestinal fortitude to fight back. And what a game we've had here at the Pan Am Center. Yeah, these teams, you know, if this was Excel, I mean, whoever got the Jay Addison draw was unfortunate.
Yeah.
Everyone knew they're going to get in. But between Excel, Bond, and Orangeville, they're all, you know, it's a point difference between them. They're all equal. It's like, hey, who's going to hit the shot?
Yeah.
Who's not going to make the mistake? And of course, the Fort Erie Crestwood game delayed if you're tuning in for that. We're in overtime here in the women's Trillium semifinal. Spot in the final on the line against Jay Addison Sunday afternoon. Back to it. Let's get the crowd in this.
Yeah.
Get them up. Bond inbounds. Sewell. And Gallagher's way out of bounds. She accepted the pass out of bounds. Remember, she's just come off the bench.
Yeah.
She doesn't have the bearings of kind of where that line is that we've talked about. Although in this game, it's been significantly less than the first game. So, tough error for Bonds. you know, when coming in this game, I thought, you know what, just give the ball to Orangeville. Let her roll. Let her cook. Because she can dribble through anything and everyone. You see her handle. It's silly.
It's awesome.
Take it, Chloe. Shot clock at 4, 3, 2. No, Orangeville puts it up, and it wouldn't have counted. So Orangeville asleep at the wheel. Bond just did it, and Orangeville returns the favor.
Yeah.
I think Chloe had the look. She didn't want it. She passed it up. So 1:15 to go. Sewell. No over and back. It went off Chateau's foot. That's why there was no whistle. Stafford floater, and it drops. Kimura Stafford ties the ball game at 76. 53 to go. Overtime number 1. Orangeville.
We need a 3 here for
Firth. And she's fouled. Katie to the free throw line. I sound like a broken record. So just looking at the screen, I love the visual. You know, last year with that sunshine sun, it was off.
Yeah.
Set up with the stands in the background is the way. We got it right this year.
Yeah.
And Firth hits the first. Katie has just played out of her skin today. 1 of 2. And McMaster rips that away. Orangeville will reset. Big rebound. Orangeville inside to McMaster. Cameron McMaster. Orangeville inside to McMaster. So this is a huge free throw.
Yeah.
2-possession game. She hits it. 4-point lead. So you don't need 3 right now if you're Bonds. Orangeville do not foul. Fletcher. Tiverge from deep. Off the mark. 14.1 to go. So Bonds got a foul immediately.
Yeah.
Chateau to call in. No turnover if you're Orangeville. Get it over, Jenna. She does. Why aren't they fouling? Why are you fouling? Foul. 2.1 to go. This is it. Orangeville's going to win the game.
Yep.
How do you not foul? Wow. So barring an absolute miracle, Katie Firth can ice this game. And, hey, player of the game, hands up from Katie Firth.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. What a second half she's had. Also, Ayla Orangeville, the youngster running the point. I mean, what a general.
Yeah.
But Firth, you know, they were shut down Cam for a bit. Katie says, give me the rock.
Yeah.
And what a game. And that'll do it.
Wow.
Orangeville's going to play Jay Addison in the final. What a comeback. Down 14.
Wow.
To a spot in the OSBA championship. Wow.
Wow. That's fantastic.
Unbelievable. Well, hey, I mean, Haley, any closing thoughts on that? I mean, just unbelievable.
I don't think Orangeville could have played a better game. I think there's a comeback for one, but you said they already did. So it just, I don't know. It's just the talent on that team is crazy, and you're exactly right. If they can't get it to Cam, so many people stepped up to be the person to put them ahead and come back from that deficit, and they deserve to win.
Unbelievable. Yeah, just great stuff. Can't believe it. So we're going to take a quick breather because we got to reset the stream for the next game. Appreciate you tuning in. Thank you.